My name is Todd Studer, and this is NOC Talk, presented by FMTC.
From family movie nights to epic game battles to working from home, FMTC has been connecting Southwest Iowa for 125 years, thanks to you. We're your neighbors and friends, and we care about serving our communities. That's why we continue to build the communication future. FMTC, celebrating 125 years of local service. Stay connected, explore what's possible, and celebrate with us.
Welcome back to this episode of NOC Talk, presented by FMTC. I am Todd Studer, and joining us in studio today is Isabelle, a marketing integration leader, which is my favorite title ever.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
It's good to see you too, Todd. We're happy to be back and talking about some business services today.
Business services. Then I'm thinking, I'm hoping anyway, you brought somebody in sales. Did this happen?
Yes. Yep. We have Craig here with us. He is the business sales manager for FMTC. Welcome, Craig.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here, Todd. Good to meet you.
Well, it's good to get you into the studio with a microphone in front of you. I know that we had met a while back, but this is a much more professional setting. We'll just call it that.
I can live with that.
Tell us a little bit about your job. What is it that you do for FMTC?
I've been with the company for 7 years. I worked primarily, I was just doing business sales, so going around in all the businesses in our existing cities that we're in and just visiting with them, talking about their challenges, their obstacles, their needs, and then it's like selling candy to a baby because, I mean, they need internet. We bring a fantastic internet service out there. And now that we've brought SmartBiz on into our toolbox, it's a lot easier too because with all the cybercrime going on and the business is getting hacked, and over 50% of the small businesses have got hacked last year. And we can offer a SmartBiz as a solution, an affordable solution for businesses. And so I spend a lot of my time doing that. And I work with the marketing department and helping on the marketing side and doing some residential sales. But main focus is on business sales.
Well, let's talk about this SmartBiz then. How can this help folks to be able to protect themselves like you're talking about?
It's a multifaceted product. It'll help all the small businesses kind of custom fit into their needs. So all small businesses should have some type of cybersecurity built in. So this has a firewall built in that'll keep all the bad critters out, so to speak. So right. That's the first thing it has. Second thing it has is it's got managed Wi-Fi capabilities, so we can set up networks for the staff. We can set up networks for the primary business account. We can set up a customer portal network for them to have all that, and it just kind of helps separate everything. So if you want your business to have a more secure environment, then nobody can get onto that network. They're going to be blocked off through the firewall and the setup in the software that we have.
When you're talking with small businesses or large businesses about this, is it ever an explanation that you have to describe why they need it, or do they just know they need it and then they can see your services?
There's a lot of businesses that they don't think that it's going to happen to them. We're in the middle of Iowa, and cybercrime never happens in Iowa. And it's like, well, they're running these programs out there now, and they just go everywhere. They just look for IP addresses. They don't care if you're in Iowa, Nebraska, or Washington, D.C. So helping to educate that. And a lot of times I can bring statistics in of Iowa businesses or news articles of Iowa businesses that have been hacked and the effect that it had on their business. And so once you start to go down that road, and it's more about listening to them and helping them understand, because the cyber piece is a nice thing, but it's kind of invisible to them because they don't really see it. It's there, it just does its thing and it works. So I focus a lot more on some of the Wi-Fi capabilities, a coffee shop or even a store or bar or something, and they want to capture customer information as they're coming in. So we can put a customer portal out there, so then they log in when they get there, they'll put their name and their email address in there. And so then they capture that for the business, and the business can customize that with their branding and their logos and things like that. And then they have all that marketing data, so they can use that as a marketing tool and send out emails and any contact information to bring in attract more business or coupons and things such as that. So
it sounds like this is something that when everything is working correctly and you've got it in place, they're not even aware that it's there. And
Exactly.
they've made the purchase, but after that, all right, it's doing its thing. We don't have to think about it anymore.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's the beauty of SmartBiz is let us take care of all that scary stuff for you. And something I think that's worth noting too is for our customers, whether they're residential or business, every month we block around 27,000 cyber threats for our customers every month.
Wow.
Which is crazy. It's a big number. It'd be interesting to know business versus residential, what that number is. But cybersecurity is a big thing, and even in Iowa. So we've proven that to be true with our customers even. So having this product to help our business customers even more is very valuable to them.
Definitely. It's been very well received. And as we're growing out our networks now, we're growing out Corning right now. There's a lot of businesses in Corning as well as Clarendon, Red Oak. So every time I walk into a business, it's a great opportunity to go ahead and talk to them about their challenges and their needs. And, another thing that we have on there we didn't talk about yet is like credit cards. So if their credit card system goes down, if their internet goes down, their credit card system doesn't work, that's an issue. So built into SmartBiz is also a redundant network. So if the internet does go down, which doesn't happen very often with our fiber, but if it did go down for some reason, it automatically will help fail over to a cellular backup connection. So then we program that into the portal that they have there, and they can have one or two different numbers there. And then it'll just flip over to a cellular backup connection. So it'll keep that primary network going. It'll keep the POS or the credit card processing thing going, because that's a lot of the struggle for small businesses is if their system goes down, then they can't take money, or they're relying on, well, somebody's credit card is good. So that's been a huge selling point for businesses as well.
Yeah, that's I've been places that they weren't taking credit cards because it was down. So you either had cash, and there would be an ATM machine over there for some reason was working, but then I would have to go over and get cash in order to be able to pay for something. Was that something that you were hearing from clients and hearing from people out there that, hey, we need this, or did this idea come from FMTC and then say that we're going to bring this to you because we recognize this as a need?
It came to our business customers from us, but our SmartBiz, we partner with Calix on that. They're the ones that actually created it and designed it, but they had heard that from all their studies and all their clients that that's an issue and something we need to address. And I used to own a restaurant years ago when I was a little younger, and that was an issue. And we had this little box that we'd pull out whenever the internet went down or the power went out or something. And we had the tax tables and all this stuff and calculators. And then my staff was young and they didn't know how to count change back. So you're dealing with all that stuff too. So it's a wonderful feature, and it's been a huge help for people if there is ever that issue.
It sounds to me also that everything that's involved with this, I mean, we know how critical any moment in time can be for a small business.
Yep.
Because once they lose that, and if they have lost business from something happening with technology, the business isn't coming back. It's not like they can make it up later. So that continuous understanding that everything is working just the way that it should and being confident that it's going to work the way that it should allows them to focus on what they really need to focus on to grow.
Exactly. That's a huge blessing for the small businesses, because most small businesses are running with small staff, anywhere from 2 to 10 people, and they're wearing multiple hats and have different things to do. And the last thing they want to worry about is when their internet goes out, or their credit card system's not working, or their Wi-Fi is not working, or somebody's having an issue. So if we can set up a system that does all that for them, it's just a wonderful thing. So.
Well, and Craig, too, I know we've heard from customers too that, some of these, I want to say managed Wi-Fi services can get really costly. So having this maybe as a smaller package of cybersecurity and, network differentiation and all of this is helpful for the customer without that big giant price tag.
Exactly. That's a lot of the things. I mean, I used to work with the company, as part of FMTC as well, and we would sell managed IT services and things. And those are more for the larger businesses and medium-sized businesses, and those are more expensive. So we bring out a solution with SmartBiz for $39 a month. So they can have the firewall, they can have the managed Wi-Fi system, they can have the resilient network where that's going to always have a connection if your internet goes down, for $39 a month. So, it costs you more than that when you have an outage or something like that. So it's been a huge savings. Right? Some people have left their other companies that they've had before, or they always told them, no, I don't want to have another service. They can't afford 100 or 200 or 300 or more a month. But when you come in there and say it's just $39, it's $1.50 a day. and they can have all that, comfort, so they don't have to deal with that. They can go to bed at night. And that's one of the things we talk about when we're doing our pitch is what keeps you up at night, and those are the things. And this system addresses a lot of those things, and it's been great. So
As you are talking to people about this, how far out does it go? What's the coverage area where businesses can take advantage of SmartBiz?
they can use it pretty much throughout their whole business. If it's a larger business or a multi-story business, we can put like little wireless mesh units so we can continue to have that coverage expand out there. We even have outdoor equipment that we can put in if a business has like a patio or something outside, or a landscaping company that's got all these plants and trees and things outside. We can bring that so we can have that network cover outside as well too, and provide that Wi-Fi experience for all of them.
Is this something that is designed to be connected to FMTC Wi-Fi? I mean, does it have to be inside of the FMTC service area?
No, it has to have a certain piece of equipment that we put in all of our businesses.
Okay.
But if somebody wanted it that wasn't in our network, that wasn't in our, the 9 cities that we serve, then as long as we put one of those pieces of equipment in with whatever internet service provider they had, we could provide them that same service as well.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of businesses, as they're, if they're listening to this, would be excited about that.
Sure, I hope so.
This is a really affordable way to be able to do this. Typically, I would think it would be in that hundreds of dollars range that you'd talked about.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, it's a great price point. I mean, at $39, as we're recording this podcast,
Right?
in spring of
can change.
2026.
Yes, this, if somebody's caught this and went back 10 years and found it, and we're now in 2036, it could potentially be a different price.
Right. So I want to be careful with that. But yes, I mean, it is a very affordable price point. I mean, if you think about a coffee shop, for example, say you have 4 people in line for their coffee and their bagel on a Friday morning, and you have an internet outage. If those people don't have cash in hand, I mean, you could be losing out on $100 potentially if they were purchasing a meal. Whereas this product is $39 a month. I mean, that's an easy way for you to recover that $100 that you could have missed out on that short outage. Maybe it was 10 minutes long, but there's a potential for revenue loss.
Yeah, and that's just, as I said, that's just one of the features that this can handle. And you were talking about with the cybersecurity. It's, to me, it is, okay, I just don't click on an email. I get an unsolicited email with a link in it, just leave it alone, and I'm fine.
Yep.
But I'm thinking that's probably not the case.
No, there's the attacks that are coming in. Like Bell said, we blocked 27,000. I mean, businesses are getting them. They don't know they're getting them because there's not a system in place to record it and to report it. SmartBiz will record that as well and let them know how many. We can tell the customer, well, you have so many attacks on your network that we blocked all of those attacks for you, which is great. And it's also got, to help with the email and the wireless accounts and things, to help with anti-spam and malware and antivirus and things. It's all built into that too, to give them that level of protection. So rather than having to purchase a separate, antivirus or anti-malware solution, it's all included in that $39 as well. So it kind of covers a lot of things.
Yeah, and I guess something that we should have mentioned earlier is SmartBiz is a smartphone app. So whenever, if you're getting some sort of virus attack or somebody's attacking your network, you're going to get a notification on your device. The owner of whoever has the SmartBiz app on their phone, whether it's the owner or a certain employee, they're going to get that notification and know what device that came from, maybe what website it came from. So, and something that we see often that our NOC, our Network Operations Center, has reported this to us, but a lot of people don't know that you can get hacked through your smart TV, but that happens. So, I mean, any device.
That's news.
Yeah. I'm not a network person, so maybe I shouldn't be explaining about all that. But any device can be hacked. So it's just being vigilant of all the devices that you have connected to your network, and then just being able to be notified about it so you can remediate that issue is huge.
Oftentimes, living in a small town in southwest Iowa, and you'd mentioned it earlier, Craig, that we think we're immune. We think, nobody's going to bug me over here. I mean, why would somebody care? It's because they probably aren't even aware of where you're located at.
Yep,
you're just a number and coming up somewhere on the internet, and that's it. And it's a numbers game for them. How many can they send out, and what percentage is going to actually be effective for them? I don't think it's an if, it's a when, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It is. That's why those numbers were so high that, over 50% of the businesses have been hacked, and 90% of businesses are doing everything's digital now. So it's just that opportunity that those networks are out there. And sadly, these criminals, they're very smart. If we could use all that for intelligent things and for good
Well,
for
I've said that for a
society,
while. Yeah.
but they can get in and hack any system, even if somebody's, is really adept at programming things and buttoning things up. A lot of times it's not the systems that you have in place, but it's the employee that is there that clicks on that email or does something. Sometimes, on Facebook or social media, they're putting that information that allows somebody to catch that and then be able to get into the network somehow. So having this in place for a low cost is a great solution and a great relief for most business owners.
Now, it hasn't been that long ago since this was rolled out, just a few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any feedback come back yet from it?
Yeah, Craig, have we heard anything?
Yeah, there's happy people are so happy. I go in and I always follow up with the businesses after the sale to make sure they're happy with the installation, they know how to use it, and any questions that pop up. And we're a small enough company that I see these business owners quite a bit and are stopping in, or they tell one of our other techs that are out there, and super happy. It's the nicest thing they say is it just works. They don't have to worry about it. There was an outage. We had to help somebody that had an outage with their internet. Something happened where a fiber got cut in the back of their business, but then within 2 minutes they were up and running again. We had to help them turn their hotspot on their phone, so then it would automatically flip over. But it was perfect. So everybody's happy with it, and they feel more comfortable because there's not anything they have to do.
Well, you make a good point too. I mean, so their backup internet connection wasn't figured out, or they didn't have that set up correctly or something like that. But our network operations center, they're available 24/7. So if they're having issues, they call in right away, and it sounds like within 2 minutes,
Yep.
they were back up and running. So even though our fiber was cut, we could help the customer to get back on and connected with their other provider. So
Yep.
Local kid plant potatoes, is that what it was? Just
I'm not sure how that could happen, but yeah, something like that. So
no, that is something that can happen. And it again, another not if, but when, because any place is at some point has experienced an internet outage, and that's one of the reasons that it can happen. So being prepared to be able to keep things going, and going back and reiterating again, it doesn't take much to really put a small business in crisis, because they're designed for constant flow. It has to be that way. So if that stops, then they're going to be in trouble. So putting an insurance policy in place like that, and that's really what we're talking about here, right?
Yep.
This app is an insurance policy, and it's a pretty inexpensive one.
Exactly. And it's something that they can share with their customers too, because it's protecting the business, and their devices and protecting their financial information, but it's also protecting that customer data too, as they're putting their credit card information in. So knowing that there's that firewall built in and there's that level of security, that makes people more comfortable when they're giving their credit card information or their email address, or if it's a doctor's office or something and there's other critical information there, social security numbers, knowing that there's a level of security that's going to protect their data, that makes people more willing to do business with you.
All right, so I can hear it now. People are saying, all right, stop talking about it and tell me how I can get it. I mean, what's the process?
Just go on our website. You can go ahead and put in a request for a service on there. You can go under the front page. It'll say business. Then you can go to our products down there, or sign me up, and then you can sign up for internet. You can sign up for SmartBiz. You can call our number, which is 712-829-2111. Ask for Craig, and then they'll get routed over to me wherever I'm at. And my home phone, my cell phone, and my office phone all ring at the same time. So
Well, that'll work.
you can ask for Isabelle, but I'll just transfer you to Craig. So
She's got a better phone voice. So.
no.
I didn't want to say anything. I figured it would have been.
I don't have the face for TV, and I don't have the voice for radio, so I'm not even sure why they invited me here.
I think you're doing just fine.
Well, thank you.
Everything is going very well. Just another one of the great features offered by FMTC, and I love it when you guys come in, and I learn a lot anytime that you guys are in the room, and I love how you're touching on so many different things. And Isabelle, I'm assuming you're the one putting all this together. Hey, we haven't talked about this yet.
Yeah.
Let's get some people in there, and so we can visit about it and teach people about what it is that you do. Because even though you have been around for so long,
125 years. I'll plug that in.
125 years, there are still people that said, all right, I've heard of them, but what's really going on over there? And it's important that we toot our own horn and we brag a little bit because it needs to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're from Iowa. We're humble. It's hard to just talk about how great we are. But I mean, if we don't share about what services FMTC has and what we're doing, then nobody knows about it. So this is a great medium for us to share about what FMTC is doing, what services we're providing, what new things we're doing, so that our customers know about it. And we can continue to help them and serve them the way that we have for the last 125 years. So.
Anything else floating out there with this that we want to make sure that people know about? I don't want to leave any stone unturned, if you will.
No, I think you've done a nice job of covering SmartBiz. I look forward to hearing from people that have listened to the podcast and giving us a call. Give us a chance to just kind of sit down and visit with you about your business and what your challenges are and anything we can do to help.
Yeah, that's the key, I think. Have the conversation.
Exactly.
And learn more about it. And that part of it is very inexpensive. To sit down and talk.
Yep.
And just to learn more and find out if it's the right fit. So grateful to learn more about this and for you guys to come in and share it with us on this platform. And I'm always excited that when I'm knowing you guys are coming into town. It's been days just kind of flown by up to this point because I knew you guys were coming in today. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
That's Craig Hagenau and Isabelle Allen joining us today. And we want to thank you for being a part of this episode of NOC Talk presented by FMTC. My name is Todd Studer, and we'll see you next time.